You today. You are as far to the right as you possibly can be.
Are you okay? Still holding that?
Oh, yeah, well, there's 3 people on Zoom. Oh, good. And just you in here.
Closer.
Morning, everyone.
Hi, Lanny, how are you?
Good. Hi, Peggy. Hey, Lisa, I was going to ask you, is this lighting work? Do you see what you need to see? Because I feel like I might be just in silhouette every day.
No, I can see you.
Okay.
I know I end up in silhouette when I turn the fluorescence off a bit, but thank you for asking. Have you been visiting the turkeys, Lanny?
I did go see them last week. Yeah.
How are they doing?
Oh, I know you're a mom, but you've had real, human children. You've had them for a long time. But I even hear, when I see where they used to be, it's like heartbreaking to me. Like my child has gone away.
Yeah.
They're doing really well. They're just, they're really talkative, and everybody really loves them. They've just kind of brought it. They have so much personality. They just talk to everybody. So yeah.
Turkey children.
Yeah. My babies.
How are you, Peggy? Good.
No problems that I know of.
That's wonderful. I love hearing that. What's your dog's name?
Sweet pea.
Sweet Pea. Aw,
Yeah,
he's so cute.
she's a good girl.
My little Bailey, my dachshund, she's a little rascal and she likes to wake up to be fed at like 6:15. And I wasn't quite ready to get up this morning. So she's sitting on my face, licking me, and I was ignoring her. So she goes downstairs and she recruits, we have 3 other big dogs. She recruits them all to start barking. She runs downstairs, she runs back up, they all start barking. She's like, now you're gonna get up. She's just a rascal. She's the little devil. So she gets what she wants.
How was her birthday camping trip?
Oh, so fun.
So fun.
So fun. It rained. It was crazy, but it was just
Oh,
what
it
she This was great.
She's the alpha dog, huh?
She's completely the alpha dog. And all the other, when we walk, they all wait for her to decide where we go. It's really funny. Odie always follows her. He'll sit and watch her, and then wherever she goes, he goes. And it's so funny. Those animals in our lives. We're so grateful.
Although who has turkeys?
She rescued them. She rescued them and tried to release them in the wild, and they didn't do well. So she found a center for them. So they're safe.
I have about 900 at my house.
Yeah.
Can we take those for dinner?
Hi, AJ. We're chatting about our animals,
I know all about that.
how are your little ones?
It's their nap time, and then around 10:30, conveniently, they like to go out to the backyard. I call it the Lido deck, and sun themselves. Their life.
They have a great life. You've given them a great life.
They do.
They go to the Lido deck. Love it.
There's no shuffleboard, just sunning.
The sunning. Bailey does that too. My little one. She loves to be like a lounge lizard, and she stays in the sun. All right, there's Darian. Darian has a big brood of animals too. We're talking about our pets this morning, Darian. There you are. I see 2 of yours right there.
Yeah, they're still in bed.
Oh,
This one, she's like glue.
yeah.
These 2 don't bother me. We could do like, what do they have, like goat yoga?
Yeah,
We could do like that.
puppy yoga. It's very healing.
Yes.
Do yoga with your animals. All right, any special yoga requests today? We'll of course do dog pose, but try turkey pose. I don't know.
Pigeon. Is there a pigeon in the?
There is pigeon. We could do pigeon. Any special requests? Anything going on?
I noticed on Tuesday that when we went to do something, my ribs were like saying no.
Okay.
I wonder what that was. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the body just does different things. So we'll just keep an eye on that today. And I want you to modify if you need, okay, as always, to all of you. Let's begin laying down on your back. And if you have any blocks, we might want to bring some blocks into the practice today if you have them nearby. Keep them kind of close for this first one, or one at least. If you don't have a block, you can roll up a towel or a heavy, thick blanket. And then go ahead and just lay down on your back. Begin to bring your attention to your breath. And I know that all of you have practiced yoga often and have done these poses numerous times, but today I want you to imagine it's just the first time. It's your kind of putting on that explorer hat, or that, the hat of being in the present beginner's space, like a beginner's mind. Notice your body. Notice any sensations inside your body. Notice your thoughts. Notice what's playing inside right now. And if you can, maybe put your thoughts on a shelf, if you're able. Notice the rhythm and cadence of your own breath. And perhaps letting your breath get a little bit deeper, fuller, or longer. Gently bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the floor. And then if you have the block nearby, you're going to grab one block and place it under your pelvis, or take your rolled up towel and place it under your pelvis. Let your hips rest on the block and just notice how that feels. Then draw the right knee up into your chest. You can hold it anywhere on the leg that you'd like. And take your left leg up to the ceiling. And just point and flex the left toes a few times, or rotate the ankle in a few circles. Good, and then press out through the foot. You can point or flex the foot, either one, or somewhere in the middle. And lower the leg down towards the floor, maybe halfway, or maybe a little farther. Just lowering that left leg towards the floor. And hold it. Pull the pit of the belly in, extend out through the sole of the foot. And then you're going to do tiny lifts. You're going to lift it up a few inches and down a few inches. Just little lifts, up and down. And warming up the hip flexors, the quadricep muscles and the core muscles in a really gentle way. Good, just a couple more. Maybe let the movement get even smaller. So it's really kind of controlled. Tiny lift up and tiny lift down. And then lower the left leg all the way to the ground if you are able, and let it rest. Take a nice deep breath. Just let that left hip softly open. And release the right and set the right foot flat to the floor. Set the left foot next to the right and pause and just notice how your hips feel, your legs feel. If you need to adjust your pelvis, you can. And then draw the left leg in when you're ready. Give it a squeeze. And then take the right toes to the ceiling, right leg extended, and do some movement with that right foot. Point and flex. Rotate the ankle. Find a nice neutral spot for that foot. It could be pointed or flexed, and begin to lower it towards the floor, maybe halfway. Extend through that leg, nice and strong. Pull the pit of the belly in and down, so it's warming up the core. And then take the right leg up and down just a few inches. The smaller the movement, the more control it takes. Good, just a few more. Maybe let the movement get even smaller, like a micro movement up and micro movement down, just tiny, 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 creating heat and strength and power in that right leg. Last 3, 2, and 1, and then lower that leg slowly, slowly to the ground. If you can let it rest. Bend the right knee and set the left foot down next to the right. Just pause for a moment. And then you'll slide the block out from underneath the hips. Lower the pelvis all the way to the ground. And then draw the knees up into the chest. Take one at a time or together. Give yourself a gentle hug, maybe a little rock from side to side along the sacrum and low back. And then go ahead and roll yourself all the way up to sitting. You can roll to a comfortable side or just roll straight up, and then come onto the hands and knees. So come forward. And from hands and knees, you'll spread the fingers, press down into the tops of the feet, and begin some cow and cat stretches. Just remembering moving as if it's the first time exploring into your body this morning. Maybe you rock forward into the hands. Maybe you rock back into the feet. See. Come to neutral, and you'll take your hands forward about 1 hand length, and then press your pelvis forward. So you're in a kneeling push-up position. You can keep the feet down, or you can lift them and cross the ankles. It gets a little more challenging that way, so you choose. Then we'll do 3 push-ups here. So you'll bend the elbows backwards, pull the chest forward. It might even be a micro bend and press back up. So 3, 2, and 1, and then press back to child's pose. Hips to heels. Try to keep the hands where they are. So that big extension through the sides of the body and under the arms. We'll do that again. Come forward. Kneeling plank, press forward. You can bend the knees, cross the ankles, and 3 push-ups. Down and up. 2, it can be even a micro bending the elbows. 3, and press back to child's pose. One more round, come forward. This time I want you to really focus on leaning into the hands. So leaning forward, pulling the chest forward. So as you micro bend the elbows or bend them deeper. 1, press forward even more. 2, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. And point your toes behind you. You're gonna bring the fingertips to the wood floor and tent the fingers like spider hands. And then press into the fingertips. Come on up, cobra. Oh, good. And then lower down. We'll do 3 of those. This time we're gonna come up and look over the right shoulder and maybe even bend the right knee. See what happens. And then lower down. Good. So same leg as you look. Come on up, look left, bend the left knee. See what happens. And then lower it down. And then slide the hands back under the shoulders. Press up and back to downward dog or child's pose or puppy pose. You can bend your knees one at a time, walking in place, or take your hips side to side. And then bringing the feet together at the back of the mat, lift your right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, roll the hip open. Extend the leg long, take a big step forward, right foot to right hand. Stay here in your runner's lunge. And if you have blocks, you might even want blocks under your hands here. It's up to you. We're gonna stay here for a moment. And then I want you to find that kind of curling in of the upper back. So you'll press down into the hands and round the upper back, and then drop the chest and lengthen through that mid upper back. So it's not as much the head and neck as more the mid back. And do that again. Curl in, you can even lift up a little bit, and then drop down and lengthen it out. We'll do that one more time. Curl in, almost like a cat curl, that shoulder protraction, and then drop it down, lengthen it out. Good, and then bring the hands to the mat. You'll step it back, high plank, and lower down, so all the way down again, all the way down. And then spider fingers with the hands, so tent them, and spider cobra, come on up to the center, breathe in, and then lower down. Second one, look to the right, one up, look right, bend the right knee. Good, lower down, nice and slow. Come on up and look left. And lower down. Bring your hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, press up to high plank or to the knees, and downward facing dog. Any movement that your body wants here. A little closer together, stretch the left leg up and back, bend the knee, open the hip. Susie. Stretch it long, big step forward. Runner's lunge, you can have your hands on blocks or fingertips on the floor. Good, Darian. And then 3 times you'll do that arching or rounding of the back, pulling into the center of your body. And then drop it down and elongate the spine, lengthen and lift. Good, and again, tuck and round, spread between the shoulder blades, stretch, and then sink the heart down and lengthen the spine. One more time. Push away, push down into the floor, lift up, and then sink the hips, lengthen it out. Good, hands to the mat, high plank. One more round of these. Lower all the way down. Spider cobra, come up to the fingertips, point the toes, heel the chest up, and lower all the way down. And then rise up, look right, bend the right knee. Good, and lower down. Rise up, look left, bend the left knee. And lower. Slide the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press up and back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out a bit. Walk your hands to your feet here. Walk backwards on your mat. And then take the arms, sweep them behind you, interlace your hands and stretch the arms away from your body. Okay, to have a gentle bend in the knees. You need a strap or need to hold on to something, you can do that. And then you're gonna bend the left knee and drop the left shoulder to the left knee. So you twist a little bit to the right. The head's just dangling. Come back to center and switch sides. Bend the right knee, drop the right shoulder to the knee. Arms go right, chest goes left. And back to center, bend both knees a little bit, shake your head. Softly release the hands to the floor, pause. A little more space in the spine. And then you'll begin to walk it back forward, downward facing dog. Stretch the right leg up and back, bend the right knee, open up through the hip. And then big step forward, right foot to right hand. This time you'll drop the left knee to the ground, point the left toes, and then reach it up, low lunge. Good, and arms can be nice and wide and soft, or arms can be more straight and centered. And then just press it forward, forward just as far as you can, and then pull it way back. Do that a couple times. So if you need to pad the back knee, please do that. Do you need a bigger squishy mat? Okay, good. And then you'll find the place right between those two. So just forward enough to feel the stretch, but also strengthening, pulling the feet towards each other, pulling the pit of the belly in and up, reaching up through all 10 fingers, breathing. Good, and then bring your hands down to the mat. You'll tuck the back toes under, lift up to your lunge, and then you're gonna step the right foot back and bring it behind the left. So I like to stay on the ball of the right foot and then slowly turn your hips and heart towards the ceiling. Yeah, wild thing. And then right arm can come overhead or right elbow can bend. You can also have the left knee on the floor for a modified side plank. Very nice, AJ. Yes, Peggy. Open through the heart. Yes, Susie. And then you'll gently flip back over, high plank. And let's lower all the way down again. Pull the chest forward as you lower slowly. And then Sphinx pose. So come up onto your forearms. Stretch out. You know, the hands. If you do want a little more, you can float the elbows up, dragging the ribs forward, rooting the pubic bone down, lengthening the lower spine. It's a back bend, but you want to press the pubic bone down. And then lower slowly, and bring the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes, plank pose, press up, and then downward facing dog. Stretch your left leg up and back. Bend the knee, roll open through the hip. Let it feel good. Stretch the leg long. Take that big step forward or help it there. Set the back knee down, point the toes. Come on into your low lunge. Good. If you need to pad that knee, don't be shy. Put a blanket or towel or a squishy mat. Then you're going to press forward. What that feels like, and press back, forward, and let it sink down for a moment, and then pull it back. And then like Goldilocks, you find just right in the middle, just enough of stretch and strength. A place you can sustain and stay and breathe. Return the hands to the mat, tuck the back toes under, get to go into that wild thing. So you'll lift the hips and then step the left foot behind the right leg. You can drop it down first and then lift it up. Maybe you cactus your left elbow, pulling both shoulder blades down your back. Drop your head if you feel safe there. Open the throat. The best of your ability, lift the heart. It's from the ground. Press down to go up even higher. And gracefully flip back around. High plank. Take your time. Pull forward as you lower to your belly. And then Sphinx pose again. Come up onto the forearms. And this time, see if you can flip the palms up in your Sphinx and press the back of the hands and wrists to the ground. Best of your ability. You might even float the elbows. Is that new? Yeah. Good, lower down. You'll flip the palms over, slide the hands back, tap the toes, press up to high plank, and press back to downward facing dog. Breathe right here. One more round right here. Lift the right leg up and back, bend the knee, roll open through the right hip. Extend the leg long, big step forward. This time into a high crescent lunge. Keep the back heel lifted as you come up. Arms up if you feel like it. And then you're just gonna bend the back knee, drop it down till it almost touches the ground, and then come back up. We'll do that 3 times. You can even straighten at the top. Come all the way down, maybe the knee taps, and back up. One more time. Now stay there, but just straighten the back leg. See if you're nice and deep. Ooh, yeah, good. And then bring your hands to your heart, lean it forward and revolve right. So bend that right knee, Peggy, a little bit, bend the knee, so crescent prayer twist. Darian, go the other direction with your twist, left elbow, right knee. Awesome. Press the palms together. Stay rooted through the legs. Maybe take the hips down a little bit. See what happens. Notice what you notice. And then come up to warrior 2. If you need to adjust your feet, you can adjust the feet. If you need to straighten that leg, straighten that leg. Flip the right palm up, reverse the warrior, go up and back, and bring it forward for side angle. You can set the forearm to thigh or reach lower to the floor. Oh yeah, use your glove. And then left arm of your choice. Maybe you bend and cactus the arm. Pull that shoulder straight back. Take one more breath here. And bring your hands down to the mat. You're going to go straight back to 3-legged dog. So plant the hands, take the right leg back up to the sky. You can even bend the knee, open the hip a bit. Straighten the right leg, step it forward again, right foot forward. This time standing splits. So you might bring blocks under your hands and then take the left toes to the sky. Or you can hold on to the right ankle with the right hand to get a deeper stretch in the hamstring. Listen carefully. From here, you're going to bring it up to standing and try to not let the left foot touch the ground. It's going to come all the way up and bring the left knee to your chest. Good. Once you're there, hold the left knee in your right hand. Opposite hand. And then reach the left arm behind you for a gentle twist. Breathing, seeing, standing tall. Lift up into the crown of the head. And then bring it back to center. Set the left foot next to your right. Extended mountain. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then your version, high to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Good. Stretch the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open that hip. Extend the leg long, big step forward. Come up into crescent lunge. You can have the hands float overhead, or maybe you want your hands on your hips, as we're going to dip it down. Maybe touch, and then come all the way up, so you can straighten both legs. And come all the way down, straight down, tap. Good, Susie. And up, so this is a lot about that right hip flexor. One more time, down. Now stay there, maybe come halfway up and straighten the right leg. Stretch your arms up to the sky, get a little tiny lean back. And then hands to heart center and revolve to the left, right elbow, left leg. Press the palms together to leverage your twist. Into your legs, maybe take it down an inch. And then warrior two, up and around. Make any adjustment with the leg that you like, your feet. And flip your left palm up, reverse your warrior. Bring it forward, extended side angle. You can always set your hand on a block or forearm to thigh. Right arm can go straight up or cactus or extend overhead or bind. Right? There's lots of possibilities. Remember, coming from that beginner's mind, as if this is the first time you've ever been in this pose. What are you discovering? You're going to go back to three-legged dog. Take that left leg straight back and up. Bend the knee, open that hip, feel good. And then straighten the legs, square the hips, step it forward again. Standing splits. Take the right toes up to the ceiling. If you'd like to hold on to the left ankle with the left hand, might get a little deeper stretch. Discover what happens if you press down into the standing foot more. What happens? Without touching down, you're going to bring the right knee to the left and then make your way up to stand. Pull the knee up towards the chest. Of course, if you tap down, that's fine. Hold the right knee in the left hand. You're taking a twist to the right. Reach your right arm behind you. Lift the crown a little higher. Keep breathing. Good. Set the right foot next to the left. Chair pose. Bend the knees. Inhale. Sweep it up. Thought you got away with no chairs today. More breath in. And forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. your version of vinyasa. You can meet in downward dog or move through a high to low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Good, stretch the right leg to the side, bend the knee, open the hip. Straighten the leg, big step forward, this time coming right up into warrior two. And then straighten the right leg, turn the right palm up and reverse your triangle. Press the feet down to lift and lengthen. And then reach the right arm forward and hinge into triangle. Press the hips back, lengthen, lengthen. You might use a block. The block can be outside or inside the right leg. One more breath. Bend the right knee, come back up to warrior two. Good, and then hands to the mat, and kneel it down. Three-legged dog again, right leg comes back and up. If you'd like to flip your dog or wild thing again, the right foot goes behind you. Feet flat, hips up. Or the left leg can stay straight, or you can take a side plank. Yes. And then flip it back over. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Big step forward. Standing splits. Take the left toes up as the right foot presses down. Just a moment. Bring the left knee to the right. Come all the way up to stand. This time, keep the left knee next to the right. Left knee, so bring it back. Good job. Take the right arm to the sky. Reach the left arm back, catch the left foot. Dancer. Good, you can stay where you are or kick the foot into the hand. Good job. Focus with your eyes, use your breath to help you balance. Susie. And then come on up, set the left foot next to the right, chair pose. Pull the pit of the belly in, really find the strength right through the center of your body. Then breathe in, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And vinyasa, your choice, might end up even in a child's pose. Upward dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Good. Stretch your left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open it up. Straighten the leg, big step forward. Warrior two. Making good choices for your body today. And flip the left, oh sorry, straighten the left leg, left palm up, reverse. I love that you know what's coming. And then triangle, bring it forward, hinging. So press the hips right. You can use a block under that left hand, or hand can be on the shin or the floor. You can even catch your big toe with your peace fingers. Finding the balance of effort and ease. If something's really uncomfortable, can you make a shift? Or get comfortable with the discomfort? Good, bend the left knee, come back up, warrior two. It's just a brief stop. Hands to the mat, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, and then flip dog if you like, or hold your three-legged or wild thing or a side plank. It's kind of discover in your body Where can you go? And then flip back around, three-legged dog again, left leg is long. Take that big step forward into standing split. Right toes to the ceiling. And then bring the right knee to the left. If you can stand up and keep the knees together. And then take the left arm up, reach the right arm back, catch your right foot. Or use a strap, good. Knees draw towards one another, maybe that's where you stay today. Or kick, a tiny kick, opening up that right shoulder, right hip. Get grounded, get rooted. Let your eyes help you focus. You got it, Darian. Your breath help you balance. And then release. Set the right foot next to the left, no chair. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa of your choice, high plank to low plank, or skip it. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg to the sky, and then bring the right knee and shin to the floor. So you're in like a tabletop. Float the left leg up. Tabletop, left leg up. Really get square through the shoulders, through the hips. So it's an internal rotation of that back leg. And then reach the right arm forward. You might stay there, or the right arm goes palm to the right, reach it back behind you, bend the left knee, catch the top of the foot or the ankle, and kick. And breathe. Good, come back to length, left leg back, right arm forward, so you don't let it go like a rubber band. And then set the right hand down, take the left leg to the left, set the left foot down, take the left arm to the sky, open it up, spread the left hand behind the right wrist. And if you want, you can put a block or blanket under your head. I'm gonna stay here. The right hand can be at the floor for support. Or maybe the right arm opens up towards the sky for a little more help with that thoracic opening, but don't force it, right? Breathing. I sometimes like spider fingers on the right hand at the floor and press into it. Depends on what's going on in my body on each day. Bring the right hand back by the face if it's not there. Come on up to tabletop. Bring the left leg in. Good. Let's take the hands forward, one hand length, and lower down onto your belly. And then locust. You can either interlace the hands behind you or palms down by your sides. And you'll come on up to locust. Pull the shoulders back, heart open, maybe feet float. We'll hold this for 3. Our arms don't have to be clasped. For 2. And 1, release it down. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes under, press up to plank or to the knees, and then downward facing dog. I'll stretch the left leg up and back. Then bring the knee to the floor, knee and shin to the floor. So tabletop with the right leg. Find that internal rotation. So you might even look at your right toes. You want pinky toe towards the floor. And then get the head back in neutral, looking down. Hands are light, so you're using your core. And then reach the left arm forward if you like. And breathe. You can stay or turn the left palm left, swim that arm back, bend the right knee, catch your foot, and press it away from you. Remembering to find that connection to the core. Know what you feel. Breathe. As you get lighter in the right hand, use those deeper core muscles to hold you. Slow motion, release, get long again. Left arm forward, right leg back, pause. And then set the left hand down, not the leg yet. Take the leg out to the right. Set it down. Take the right arm, open it to the sky, revolve. Thread the needle, right hand goes behind the left wrist. You might need a block under the head or shoulder. Maybe you tense and spider fingers the left hand. And if it's too much, you can also stay on your forearms. You don't have to revolve, it makes it a little more intense. Or maybe left arm opens up to the ceiling, who knows? Not forcing, especially if there's stuff in the rib cage that you're noticing. Left hand back beside the face. Press down, come up, bring the right hand down, bring the right leg in. Let's sit back into child's pose. Big toes touch, knees apart. Arms of your choice. Back up either to tabletop or downward dog. You're going to bring the right leg forward into half pigeon. So you can do it from down dog or just from tabletop. You can use a block or 2 or 3. They can go under the right hip or under the chest or under the forehead. Good. If you prefer this on your back or need to be on the back, that's fine. We're looking to find an opening for the external rotators of the right hip. So glute, piriformis, you might feel it in the hamstring a little bit. You might feel it in the hip flexors where it's being compressed. We don't want to feel this as in the knee joint. You don't want pain. A sensation is okay, but if it's pain, change something. On up and switch legs. You can go back through downward dog or no downward dog. I'm done with downward dog. slowly come up. If you're on your back, you'll roll it up and you're gonna come into a simple cross leg. So I want you to just find a cross leg position. And then as much as you can, try to get your femur bones parallel. So instead of the knees being out at a diagonal, you walk the feet under the knees. So ankles are more under the knees and you flex the feet. So you're trying to get thigh bones a little more parallel, good. And then you're gonna walk it forward. You might feel this in the outer hips a little bit. You might feel it in the lower back a little bit. You might feel in the ankles and feet. You keep the feet flexed. It'll be better for the knees. A little bit of dynamic feeling. Slowly walk it up and then look at your legs and switch which one's in front or behind. It'll feel awkward. You might try to get the ankles under the knees to the best of your ability. Knees straight out from the hips to the best of your ability. Feet flexed, and then see if you can come forward. It's trippy, right? It's totally different. This one on me too, totally different. For me on this side, my right knee has a little tweaky feeling. And if I push with my hands, it goes away instead of pulling. Just noticing those little things, like, yeah, maybe you bring your hands to your hips and open them, that helps. Or maybe hands to the feet. Who knows? Okay, you'll come up slowly and just unwind the legs, stretch them out in front, let them rotate a few times in and out. Then we'll take a seated forward fold here. So you can flex the feet if you like, reach up and then hinge forward, maybe even bending the knees to create a bigger hinge. See what you can hold on to, where you can go. And drop the head, the opening in the back of the neck, back of the heart, whole back side of the body, really. Scanning the back side of the body and noticing what areas on your body feel tight or tethered or locked or interesting or open or easy. Just noticing. Some areas feel bright and shiny and alert and awake, and some areas feel dull and locked and hidden. Areas on your body feel surprising here. And then use your hands to gently walk yourself up. And you're going to slowly lower it down on your back and bring a block or a roll with you, the roll, and we'll put it under the pelvis again. You're going to lay down. I'm going to go turn the lights off. And then you can take your feet to the sky. So a gentle inversion, or if you prefer a shoulder stand, that's fine too. Use the block to help you lift. Shoulders down. Press your pelvis back towards the wall behind you and press your thighs or feet forward. Upper arms press down. And feel that gentle stretch in the neck. Notice the front of the throat with the thyroid gland is, you really direct your breath through that spot. You want to bring your feet to the floor for plow. You can do that or just stay with hips on a block, legs to the sky. Once you're ready, you'll gently come on out. And bring your feet to the floor. Maybe slide the block out from underneath the pelvis. And gently make your way into Shavasana. And if you want to take a constructive rest pose, you bring your feet wider than hips distance, knees together. And that's a nice place for the lower back to find rest. Or you can stretch the legs out long if that's what you prefer. Maybe place one hand near your heart and one hand on your abdomen. Try to tune into the sensation under your hands. Maybe it's a sensation of your heart beating and your body breathing. Maybe it's a more tender sensation of actually feeling the compassionate hands that are your own on your body. Feeling your own touch, your own care. Notice what we feel physically or emotionally. Notice if it's difficult for your body to relax here. Even feeling supported and laying down, given all the cues, is it difficult to relax? And where in your body do you find it easy to relax? If anywhere. Bring your awareness back to your breath. In your body, you can move your head side to side or stretch your legs out or move your hands and feet. Just waking up slowly. As you're ready, you can roll to a comfortable side and pause in a fetal position. You can make a pillow out of your arm, just pause for a moment. With your eyes remaining closed, gently press yourself up to seated. Bring the palms of your hands to touch at your heart center and just rub your palms together and bring a little bit of heat. And then take your hands and cover them over your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Namaste. Thank you for this day. Thank you for being present and trying something new.
It's fun.
Good.
Yeah.
I've been like getting, I don't know, it re-inspired to try new flows lately. So I'd love your input too. If you're like, go back to the old stuff, I'm happy to. Okay.
I liked it. It was nice.
All right. Gets you out of your own way to listen.
Exactly. Thanks a lot, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I agree. I think it's fun.
It was hard. Some of that was really hard. Like I didn't have any strength today. Like I didn't have the strength to lift when my foot was up, I didn't have the strength to lift my leg.
Lift your leg up.
Yeah.
That's okay. You might just be really fatigued today.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't analyze it.
Okay.
You made it.
I always like a little wrist stretch before push-ups.
Good idea. That's a great idea. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye, AJ.
Bye.